Yo, Juan, what's up?
What's up?
What's up, Juan?
We started, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's so it. He knows the vibe. My brother, welcome to Aquí Chillin'.
Appreciate it. Thank you for the opportunity, honestly. Thank you.
Thank you for coming, man. Yeah. I heard you came in like Yola or some shit over here. Like, it was deep.
Where you coming from, my brother?
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. Primeramente, let's just say this. That's our first guest from New Hampshire.
That's a fact.
Oh, there we go.
So that's you get that accolade.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
On the wall. Right
there
here.
You go.
Yo, ahí que vive la gente rica, bro.
Es verdad. ¿Y por qué tú dices eso?
That's what. That's why I see on TV.
Oh, right. He did pull up in the Maybach, so that's why.
I switched the badges.
That's it.
All right. Welcome, my brother.
Hey, thank you.
It's a real pleasure to have you, especially a young entrepreneur like you. We're gonna get a little bit into what you do, so our listeners could get to know you better, man.
Word on.
And la regla aquí es chill out, relax, ask us questions,
drink,
a drink.
Take your sip.
You definitely got to drink.
Yeah, definitely. You gotta make sure you take your sip,
balance
bro.
it out. Cause don't you think like it's mad awkward when you go, let's say, out with your friends, everybody's lit besides
but you. Yeah,
that's the worst, bro.
Like, yo, that shit is stressful.
It's the worst, yeah.
It just feels like you're like everybody's just up there and you're just like
but it gets annoying.
Yeah.
Like
the other people get
The other people get annoying. It's like, yo, damn, I gotta get drunk.
Be like, Juan, I love your apparel.
Half a bottle of Henny, you like, bro, yo, y'all don't know how much I love you, bro.
I'll die for you
right now.
Right now.
Sure.
Take
Anybody step up to you, bro?
I'm slapping the shit out of them.
Word. Juan, so vamos a hablar un poquito de ti, my brother, because I know. Are you still in college?
I graduated college.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's
years
do
ago.
this. All right, perfect. Let's do this. Where are you originally from, man?
Bronx, New York.
We from the Bronx. That's right. Okay.
Hey.
So you have a special place in our heart.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
okay.
there we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go. We're from the Bronx too, man.
Okay.
Are
What
you?
part?
I'm from like
South Bronx.
Yeah,
South
South
Bronx.
Bronx. Yeah.
Burnside.
Burnside.
nice.
Train, yeah.
Okay.
That's what's
That's
up, bro. Y cuéntanos, tell us a little bit about yourself. You know, you grew up in the Bronx, and you know your family. Your family Dominican, Puerto Rican.
Yeah. So my pops is Dominican,
Yeah.
and my mom is Puerto Rican.
Nice. The perfect mix.
That's
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Is
That's
it the
that
perfect
devilish
mix? That's the mix that always están peleando and shit.
Pero yo me encuentro que hay una generación entera que Dominicans and Puerto Ricans just happen to get together. Like,
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I would love to have both because those are, para mí, son los más bacanos. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, like, siempre se tiran, you know, say we're so similar. It's like,
you can't
what's
live
the
with them, you
hateful?
can't live without them. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So,
Honestly.
So your mom is Dominican.
Yeah. Mom is Puerto Rican.
And your
dad is Dominican.
dad is
That's
Dominican.
3 sips, bro. 3 sips in.
I
That's
know.
3
Get
sips,
used
that's
to
what I
it, bro. Get used to it.
So tu mamá es la que controla.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's intense happening. Puerto Rican ladies, females, no joke.
I grew up
Females
with
in
her.
general.
Grew up with
Not
her and my
Puerto Rican
grandma.
females.
Yeah, my mom. She was not strict. Like it's looking back on it now, it's like I know what you was doing. Like you just keeping an eye on me, keeping me trained.
You understand.
I understand it. Yeah, but like 15, 16, 17. I'm like, oh, let me go outside. Let me go. Let me déjame janguear. Go,
Déjame salir para la calle un
Yeah,
ratico.
exactly. But she's like, nadie te encuentra allá en la calle, shit like that. So it's like, things like that got me thinking. So I was like, then I went to college and I was like, do I want to stay in New York? Or...
But wait, before you go there, do you appreciate those things your mom used to tell you?
Yeah, my mom, my step pops too. I mean, even my pops too. Like,
Yeah.
100%.
Todo lo consejo, all the advice.
Yeah,
it
but
helps
like,
out at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, at the time, it's not like advice. It's like it's a cycle. It's like your parents telling you, oh, don't rush to get old or whatever. Blah blah. You're like, I want to get old. Like, enjoy your time, whatever. And you're like, oh, you're on my back. Like, let me go out, and you're gonna be doing the same thing with your kids, But it's for the betterment for you, kind of thing. And you have to not go through something. You have to like wait some time to like experience it, which I think is interesting to like understand it.
Yeah.
But like now I look back and I'm like, I appreciate everything that they've done for me. Like, they made me who I am today, and I wouldn't be where I am today without them.
Exactly.
That's what's up, man.
That's what's up.
But like, it's dope. Yeah.
How was the college experience? Going away?
I needed to get away. Growing up in the Bronx.
I know you was wilding out over there.
I was wilding out senior year, like legally, because I was like in New Hampshire, take it serious, like drinking and underage drinking and all that, whatever.
Okay.
But like once I was able to like drink and like go out to bars, Manchester is like the common like party like town pretty much.
Nice.
So I used to go out there often, house parties, cops would show up and I'd be like, I'm 21, I don't care.
So you used to do. So was your fake ID like your last name was McLovin or something? Like that? I'm asking. I just want to know.
What's that movie with that crazy X something? What is
Party?
it?
The house party, right? The crazy
Yeah,
Project
crazy-
X. Project X. Yeah.
Project,
Did you
yeah.
have to go into a little party like that?
Honestly, my school was not a party school. I went to
Okay.
school with like 1,200 kids. It's like high school. Like high
Oh
school.
shit!
Okay.
So,
They
At
got
least you get-
together and played Uno.
bro, drunk Uno.
That's it.
That's what's up, man. What did you study when you were out there?
Kinesiology.
Muchacho, espérate. Say
Espérate,
that again. Say that
espérate.
again.
Word.
So, what'd you call me?
¿Qué eso?
Kinesiology, study of the human body within
Oof.
its space. So, like, you can do exercise physiology, physical therapy, occupational therapy, which is what I'm going to grad school for. But yeah, just studying the human body, muscles, bones, nerves, that kind of stuff.
Ooh, that's dope, man.
Yeah.
And
It's
what
fun.
Are you trying? What are you trying to accomplish?
Yeah, where you?
I just got accepted to UNH back in February.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Congrats, my brother.
That has to represent.
Nice.
Damn,
But occupational therapy. So it's a 2-year program. Get my master's.
that's
Yeah.
awesome, my brother.
Damn.
trying.
Checking out the Fosse. That's what I'm talking
Nah,
about.
No
man.
está fácil.
No, I was put on the wait list. Like, I'll admit, like, they always like look at being put on the wait list as like a negative thing, but like it gave me a chance to like be like, for 2 years, like, is this really what I want to do?
Right.
So I worked in the field and I was like, actually, yeah, I actually want to do this. Like, really make me want to do it.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, you were doing some internships.
Yeah,
Or-
like I did an internship in college, and then after I graduated college. So after I graduated college, I went to Worcester to teach at the Upward Bound program, and then I enjoyed teaching, but I didn't like that wasn't like my calling.
Mhm.
But now it's for the past year and a half, it's been inpatient like housing, like that kind of stuff. People with disabilities, like tending to their needs, making sure they accomplish their goals, like things like that. And I'm
So-
like, this is fun.
That's first of all, congrats, man. You're doing something.
up,
That's
brother.
he's doing something that actually like adds value to society, man, and that's dope.
Coming from the Bronx, too. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
so we're proud
Yeah.
of you. So you see, at the end of the day, this is the goal of this podcast to bring people like you, and that's just one side of your story.
Yeah.
Because now we're gonna talk about, unless you have a little bit more to tell us, but I definitely want to know about the One Love Apparel brand.
Yes.
Of course.
But first of all, just want to commend you for doing what you're
Thank
doing.
you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Keep grinding, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, not only that you're doing those things, but you also own a company called One Love Apparel.
Yes, sir.
Hablan un poquito de eso, and especially the meaning behind it. 'Cause I was reading a little bit into it, and you got deep, bro. You went in deep. Let's talk about it.
So Juan Love is the idea is just to promote positivity, self-worth, creativity, just uniqueness, consciousness. Like at the end of the day, it started off with like, I don't want to say a book, but like a story kind of report that I was kind of putting together of like different topics and like how society works and things like that. And I was like, well, at the end of the day, the message at the end of the day is just be positive. Be positive, your life will change. Look at things, in a different light. Glass half full instead of half empty, like that kind of thinking.
Exactly.
Nice.
So then I was getting my wisdom teeth taken out in the Bronx, Fordham Road,
Okay.
and I was high on the drugs that they give you, whatever. And I was like, I should start an apparel company. And I was like, what am I going to do? And like I wrote down like the books is sloppy.
While you were at the dentist.
Damn.
sloppy handwriting. And I was like, okay, like let's see how this idea sounds when I'm not on drugs, pretty much.
And when you're sober.
Yeah, exactly. But I was like thinking about it prior. Like when I'm in New Hampshire, when I go out to like the bars, people are like, yo, like where you get that sweater from? Where you get those pants, whatever. And I'm like, oh, like, TJ Maxx, I get it from Fashion Nova, whatever.
Yeah.
Fashion Nova sponsored this.
Facts.
Yo, we need that check.
But like, and then like that same weekend, I'd see that same person like wearing what I like told them like where I got it from, and I'm like, bro, like what?
Why you swagger jacking?
Right. But then I was like, wait, if I not have that influence, but like if someone really like it happened on several occasions, it wasn't just once or twice. I was like, if somebody really wants to do this, like, can I make a business out of it?
You saw the opportunity.
I saw the opportunity, so I was like, okay, let's, let me actually design. So I started to design that same, night, whatever. And I came up with like quotes and clip arts and like just like I went crazy, like 3 pages worth of notes of
Nice.
putting things together. And my mom was like, oh, I don't like, it's when your parents come from nothing and they work that 9 to 5 every single day, like anything that seems entrepreneur kind of thing. Like,
Risky.
They're like
Risky.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a little
exactly.
iffy to them.
Let's talk about that.
Exactly.
Yo, that's
That's
interesting.
that's very interesting because, for example, my experience growing up, my parents, they always had entrepreneurial aspirations.
Okay.
Siempre querían, tú sabes, porque mi mamá tenía un negocio back in DR y siempre soñaban con tener sus propios negocios en el país.
And right up here.
Pero they were so busy trying to make ends meet that they were so afraid to take those risks, stepping out of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
So I understand maybe your mom was like,
Right.
muchacho, deja de estar inventando, enfócate en la escuela.
Those fucking
Yeah.
words.
Oh, because that's what it is.
inventando ahí.
You know what I'm saying? Like I remember my mom once found my I used to do music. I mean, I love music.
Right.
With my brother.
Yeah,
here,
word up.
You know, I used to have my notebooks. I used to write my lyrics. My mom found one of my notebooks once, and she was like, "Your ass better stay in school and stop pretending you're a rapper." I'm like, "All right, whatever." But you know, that's our parents because
Right.
of their experience.
Right.
Yeah.
And
You know?
the best thing about that too is like your parents telling you, no, you can't do it, or, you know, you're going to fail like this makes you want to try harder. And it's like, I think parents know in the back of their mind that they're like, I want you to succeed, but no one's going to give it to you. No one's going to make it easy for you. So let me be the first one to tell you, oh, you ain't going to do it. You ain't going to, because if you quit, you quit like that. It just shows that you just broke down the first line of defense. So it's, it's just interesting. But that's dope though. Like, your parents.
Also, my fault for
No,
cutting
you
you off, but our parents also never had like como un role model que haga lo mismo, que se fuera away from that, from the 9 to 5 and do something and be successful. So they're like, nah.
Success.
That's only on TV or la vaina así.
Y aunque
A handful.
tú no lo creas, success to them was having that 9 to 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, 100%. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like saving money.
Saving money and being able to provide for
your
you,
family, yep.
and taking that once a year trip to DR in the summer.
Yep.
And that's it. That was success.
¿Sí o no? Team,
Cuando
In
llegaban
the
los
summer.
income
In the
tax.
summer.
Eso income tax, bro.
en diciembre.
You just blow up the income tax money, bro.
Yeah.
True.
In DR.
True. Honestly.
Pan de
how-
chivo y vaca.
Y ya, una vaina bien. So how did you have to convince your mom that you wanted to do this, or you proved to her?
I proved to her because she was like, okay, so my parents, they owned a business. My mom and my stepdad, they owned the business, opened the business in 2006. And they had it open for, I want to say, 8 years. And they had it, it was very successful. They were doing great. And then, they got the house, like I said, when I went up to college. And they sold the business, whatever. So she understands, that aspect. So she was like, give me the numbers. Tell me your demographic. Tell me what you want to do. And I gave her everything and, startup expense and all that kind of stuff. And for clothing, it's a lot cheaper than opening a storefront, obviously. So she was like, okay, if you can come up with the money, show me what you can do, whatever. So I did, I came up with the money, made the hoodies, whatever. I sold 60 hoodies within a month. And
Awesome.
Yes.
That's
and
what's up, brother.
thank
That's
you,
that hustler.
Yeah, and honest, I'm not gonna lie. Like 20 of those with my mom. Like she went to her job wearing one. She was
Yeah.
like, buy one. My mom is a hustler. My mom is a fucking hustler.
That's all you need.
Like,
That's all you
So
need.
I think
brother.
I think your mom should be the VP of sales,
bro. No, bro.
She's
or
like,
marketing.
Yeah.
Bro.
She's like what in for the artist, like a booking. Like she'll sell an artist like, yo, ese canta, yo, bócame, que cobra tanto.
Bro.
Boom.
Así mismo.
She works that way. I'm obsessed with cars. I'm into cars. So 2 of the cars I had to sell, she sold them for me, and like she was like, nope, not taking a penny. Nope, whatever. Like haggling the person. Like like it's just how she's just built, and I've always wanted to do that. My stepdad's the same way. I've always wanted to be like that. Like I like that, like interacting with people and like
The sales
It works.
mentality.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Shout out to Mom Dukes.
oh
man.
yeah, honestly,
and Pops, too.
Word,
yeah,
and
everybody,
Pops,
yeah,
everybody.
That's
Damn.
what's up, man. So entonces you sold those 60 hoodies, right, within a month.
Yes,
So you were starting to prove to your mom that your idea was working
Yeah.
and that people liked it.
yeah. Especially
What
when
did
she
you-
saw it with people from her job
Right.
that were like, oh, I actually like this. And at first I thought it was, maybe people are just buying it just to be nice or whatever.
Yeah.
But after a while, like I was getting like, like random people like, oh, I saw this. I just came across it. I want to buy. I'm like, oh yeah, you go on like the message and that kind of stuff.
And what was the next step after that, after you kind of proved the concept?
It
the
was
idea?
deciding what apparel to do next. So I was like between hats and long sleeves, and I chose long sleeves, even though the hoodies came out in like March, so it was kind of getting warmer, but I still sold those 60. But then the long sleeves, I just love the way that they came out. Like I got a test sample and I was like, this is fire. Like I need to
Nice.
make this. And like my favorite like piece of it is the logo in the back.
Okay,
Like-
nice.
Yeah. So adding that piece, and I was like, okay, this is amazing. I want to do it. So I did that. I didn't sell as many because it was a little bit warmer. But I know as it gets colder, you know, I'm going to start pushing, you know, and that kind of stuff. But like I said, next is hats. So it's like
Hats is all year round.
yeah,
Yeah, people love
exactly.
hats. So wait, what year was this?
This was all this year.
Oh,
Wow.
this
Yeah.
year. That's
So
what's up,
March.
man.
So this is after graduating and everything.
Yeah, this 2 years post graduation. You know, put money together, saved up, and I
Yep.
was like, let's see how this goes. You know, if it doesn't work out, you know, it doesn't work out. You know, I've done many like little businesses like out of my college dorm.
Mm-hmm.
My roommate used to hate me. One of my roommates used to hate me because I like you guys know what hydro dipping is?
Hydro dipping?
Yeah.
No.
Shit sound like drugs.
Sounds like some
That
new
shit
fucking.
sound like some crazy shit. Like,
sound
yo,
like
tú
20
tienes hydro drip.
22 Jump Street drug.
hydro what? Hydro drip?
Hydro dipping.
Dipping.
Yeah.
dipping.
So okay, you got a bucket of water, like a 15-gallon bucket, and you fill it with water.
Is this a torture technique?
Only if you blindfold the person.
Oh, okay.
You have a bucket of water and you put like a film over it, and the film you like spray like activator, and then it like kind of it's like a film, and it just like loosens the film into the water. So whatever you dip into, like if I dip this can, it wraps around.
Oh, that's what they used to like do art on certain like cars or like any metals,
On
right?
wheels, like
On wheels,
car
yeah.
interior pieces, phone cases. I did like,
Yeah.
but like you have to like prime it. You have to sand it. Spray paint all that.
It's a lot. It sounds like work.
Yeah, so like my roommate, the room always smelled like spray paint. Like if I ever make it, when I make it, I'm gonna give him a big check for like putting up
Are
with
you
that.
still doing hydro dipping?
No, I stopped it because it was just like too much. Like it's better if you had like the machine, which is like a $10,000 machine, and I was like, that's too much. Like no, I'm not gonna, I don't got the space for that. I'm in a dorm right now. But
That's
yeah.
cool. All right,
That's
man.
what's
That's
up.
what's
That's
up.
interesting.
Are you gonna hydro dip any of your One Love apparel shirts? Just asking,
Honestly,
man.
if I could do something like that, like do like the cuffs or something, you gave me an idea.
Yeah, you never
Man,
know.
you never
right?
know.
Look at that.
Royalties coming
Never
in.
know. Royalties.
Just kidding, man. Just kidding. So, what's your your main demographic that purchases?
Anybody, I don't want to say anybody that wants to be conscious because that's kind of sounds superficial, but like anybody that has I don't know how to say it, but like
It's okay.
wants a specific way of. I haven't even figured it out. And I've been doing it for
Yeah.
a couple months, but like just wants to think a specific way. So like, okay, so some of the examples of my shirts. So I have a clip art image on the chest, and I have a quote on the inner arm that pertains to the to the image.
Right. In the inner arm. Why is it in the inner arm?
Inner arm. So it's on the chest because it's closest to your heart, one of the strongest organs, muscles, whatever, in your body.
Yep.
And on your chest because it's the bicep. It's the strongest, quote unquote, strongest muscle in your arm. Like it's just like we always like commonly refer it to strength.
Yeah.
Right.
So like I'm a big wrestling fan. So
Me
like
too.
really.
Yeah.
So like
All day.
Hulk, was it?
Hulk Hogan.
Oh yeah, Hulk Hogan. They'd be like, he has 22-inch pythons and blah blah. Like his
Just
biceps.
24.
24. My
24,
fault.
Bobby, come on.
I gotta go.
24.
I gotta go.
Yo, security.
I gotta go walk my ferret. Sorry.
NWO for life, man.
Get it, bro. You were close. You were close.
Yeah, close. But like yeah, so like those two, that's the anatomy background kind of kicking in right there. I just did that, and I like it because it's like, okay, so when you meet someone, everyone, no matter who you are, you make like a blink judgment of who they are based on how they look.
Right.
So that's what the shirt kind of provides. So it's like you see the clip art image on the chest, and you're like, well, why do you have a paper plane and a shadow of a military plane on your chest? You go, oh, here it is, and
Boom.
you
And
show
explain.
it. Right.
Oh,
So, for example, what does that one say right now?
So this one, like I said, paper airplane, and then fighter jet, and then it says no dream too big. So no dream too big. Just there's no limit to your dream.
right.
Like this quote meant a little bit more to me as of late because I'm currently working for somebody who is from Greece, and he started with nothing pretty much, and he came over to America and just went to college, not knowing the language. That's another thing I have huge respect for. People that come from a different country learn the language, and of course they go to college
Yeah.
Pursue higher
and
education.
pursue right. And this guy opened up 8 restaurants.
Wow.
And they're very like widely known, like kind of thing, like amazing restaurants. And he came from not having nothing, but like not having much.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, this means for people that can aspire to what they want to be.
Mm-hmm.
There's no limit to who you are. Like what you can do what you put your mind to, kind of thing.
That's
So
a fact. Yeah.
so I have that one. I have a positive and a negative on the chest that's focused on the positive on the inner arm. I have a cheese, wine, and whiskey bottle, or whiskey cup, sorry. And on the inner arm, it says, with age you to appreciate. That one is personally my favorite.
I like
I like
that one. I like that one.
with age, you too appreciate.
Yes, yes. So like,
Damn.
I came up with that one
Man,
because
I
like
can
we
relate
put,
to that.
yeah,
I could definitely.
we put value in like everything but ourselves. Like we put value in cars. You know, the
Other
older it
people.
is, older people. The older the car, the more expensive it is. The older the wine, the finer it is. The older the cheese, the better it tastes. You know, whiskey. You know, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, why do we have to wait to get older to give ourselves value?
Exactly.
It's sometimes it's hard to see the value in us at the moment, right?
Yeah. Because I think even with guidance, I think we're still fucked up as like human beings. Like we so curious to do other things. Like if somebody is telling you like, nah, you gotta be like this, you gotta be like that. We're gonna be like, oh, okay, we gotta be like that. No, I want to be like this. We just for some reason we tend to go the opposite way.
Individuality.
Yeah.
Like we all just want to be ourselves. You know, that's, you know, I have tattoos. Like that's why certain people have tattoos. That's why certain people, let's say if you have a common name, you might not want to be called that name. Like when I was growing up, I didn't like the name Juan because it was so common. Of course, growing up in the Bronx. So
What was your nickname growing up? Killer Juan?
Killer one.
Juan 2-3, Guantanamo Bay, Wonton Soup.
One time
So
soup?
many, so many, bro. I can go on for days.
One time soup?
Sick.
That's
I can go
cool.
on
That's
for
you,
classic.
you had to get away from like my name is Harold.
Your name is Harold?
Yeah, that
I'm
shit is
so
crazy.
sorry.
Yeah, that's crazy. so yeah. So I'd rather go by
He goes by Cacata, yeah.
That's it, Cacata or Chico, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh man.
Yeah, Harold.
Have you like thought about like Harry or just like any like kind of variation of it, or just
Nah, they
just
used to
went,
tell me like, "Yo,
Cacata."
Harry, like Harry Potter." I don't like that movie, so I'm like, "Nah, don't call
To
me
make
that.
you feel better, I'm gonna change my name to Kumar.
Kumar, Harold, Kumar." Yeah, I don't know what my parents was thinking and shit.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I've heard that name for Hispanic family, Harold.
Dominican too, Harold, not Harold. Harold.
They
Yeah,
just said Harold.
Your dad must have been watching a movie or something.
Yo, nah, he named me. He said
Did he
after
say
a
why?
baseball player, Harold Baines.
Harold. That name sounds familiar.
Yeah,
Harold.
he was a good baseball player, but it was like, come on, bro, like Harold.
No justice.
Damn, bro, kill me.
That's dope, man. That's funny. That's
That's
funny.
interesting.
I would have been more happy with Juan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Juan is more common.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I would have preferred Juan over Harold.
yeah,
Yeah.
shit is crazy.
Same here. Wow, my brother, how you feeling?
I'm good.
You chilling?
Yeah.
You are you feeling the vibe?
Yeah.
I hope you
6
are.
sips in.
6
Six sips in.
He got 6 in. Oh damn.
You still got another one to take down.
I know.
Too.
Whew. Good thing I took the train.
That's a
So
fact.
yeah, I took the train too today because traffic. I mean, traffic is one thing, and then parking around
It was
is another.
Saturday. It's
That's why you gotta
Manhattan,
get
New
the
York
electric
City.
electric bikes, man.
I might have to.
I
These
thought those
two,
were real bikes, bro. I was like, y'all really pedaled 30 minutes.
Nah, bro, them shits go fast
Really?
though. Yeah.
I mean, 25 miles an hour, but
Still
you
fast,
you
though.
beat traffic.
Right.
what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
You're just
So-
weaving through, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Living the life.
You don't get
And
afraid.
hell no, I ain't pedaling. Nah, I ain't going. If I was going fast, I'd probably be like mad paranoid.
Yeah.
But it's only
I'd be
25.
paranoid if somebody just like opened like a car door just to be a dick.
Yeah, so,
I wouldn't-
nah,
you
there's
gotta
some
be careful.
people
I
you
believe
gotta
it.
be careful.
Yeah.
bro.
It's New York. Like, just,
There's some assholes here.
yeah. Oh,
So Juan,
Mm-hmm.
let's get back to the designs of your of the t-shirts
Yeah.
and the sweaters. Do you come up with those designs and do you draw them yourselves? Or?
Yep.
Nice.
so
How did you come up with those designs?
So positive and negative. I initially created the focus on the positive with a blurry negative sign.
Okay.
Then it came out on screen printing, and I was like, oh, it could look a lot better. So let me just make it a regular like negative sign. You know, she's wearing it.
Very nice.
That's dope.
Nice.
So
What
like
does it
that.
say in the
Focus on the positive.
focus on the
Yeah.
positive? Ooh,
Very
So-
dope. I like that color too.
I
Yeah.
love it. Yeah. Yeah.
She came up with it. She,
Oh,
yeah.
really? There you
Oh,
go.
She came up with the
That's it.
colorways. Yeah,
She's
Awesome.
a keeper. She
She
has
know,
good taste.
honestly,
That's
yeah. I was like, oh, royalties for that one, sure.
That's it.
Nice.
But like, no, yeah, she, you know, always holding it down, like helping me out. I'm like, what color works well, you know, like that kind of stuff. But yeah, after I came up with the designs and I make them on Photoshop, you know, I had to decide which font to use, and I was like, okay, I like this font, you know, all lowercase, you know, didn't want one capital letter to stand out. It's like I just thought too much into it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And
It's your
then I-
baby, so I'm sure you were just thinking about
yeah,
it.
honestly, like I was just like night and day, just nonstop thinking about. Like at work, I was just keep going at it. Then after I made it on Photoshop, I would take the images off of Google Images, So like this one or like that one, I mean that one was easy, positive and a negative.
Yeah.
Like you could just make the shape. This one I like took like a paper plane like clip art and then like I traced it, you know, with the line tool or the pen tool. I have like several others that are like more intricate. Like I have an Earth one, so I had to like trace out like the planets and planets. Wow, I had to trace out the the countries. So yeah, like it was difficult, but it's fun. I like a challenge.
Part of the creative process.
As long as you enjoying what you're doing, brother.
And you believe in the message.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a huge thing.
Yeah, that's big.
That's huge. Yeah,
Because at the end of the day, the brand is not a brand without the people behind it. And if you don't believe in the message, the brand is meaningless.
Exactly.
You know?
I always tell people you're not always buying the apparel. You know, if you're going to TJ Maxx and you just buy a shirt, you know, for the weekend, you're buying a shirt for the weekend.
Yeah.
But like, if there's just like like Kanye, like he's one of my like biggest like idols. Like when you buy Yeezys, when you buy his clothes, you're not just buying Yeezys. Like yes, they're comfortable. I've never owned a pair, but I hear that they're comfortable. But like you're buying Kanye, like you're buying who he is, so pretty much.
What he stands for.
Exactly. So that's why when he was saying all the Trump things and all that kind of stuff, his sales dropped. So it shows that people are really buying you at the end of the day.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
So I always think about that. So I keep that in mind. So I always make sure that what I put on the shirts is what I like truly believe in. I have like a shirt that's like treat your home with respect, which is the Earth one that I was talking about. So it's like, why would I put that on the shirt if I'm like littering, if I'm like doing, just like, it's just
You're
like
not living by your words.
Exactly. So it's like, you have to live your truth. So,
I like that.
Fact,
yeah. So, it's a shirt that I want to work on right now, like how to figure out how to put into a clip art. But, as long as you live your truth, like, Charlemagne the God says it the best. As long as you live your truth, no one can hold anything else against you, because it's like, I'm living in my truth. Like
This
you
is
can't.
who I
there's
am.
nothing
What it
great.
is.
Like the final scene in 8 Mile, like when he was like, yeah, I am white trash. I am a fucking bum. Whatever. Yeah. So
He beat him basically dissing himself and just being like honest. and
Exactly.
stuff
No
like
one
that.
could come at you when you're living your truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
one of my favorite quotes, I think Charlie Sheen said it. It was, if you can't laugh at yourself, you're missing out on the biggest joke you can ever laugh at, something like that. But it's true. Like if you can't laugh at yourself, you have to be able to laugh at yourself. If you fall, you bust your ass. Like get up, laugh at it. It's just like, it's just a part of life, kind of thing.
Sometimes you just can't take life too serious when it comes to stuff like that, and you have to laugh at certain things, including when it includes you, type of thing. You know, it's just life, man. Life is complicated, bro.
So fucking
Fuck,
complicated.
bro.
I mean, if you complicate it,
But it's how you approach it too.
That's
you
what
know,
I'm saying.
it's how
It's
you
up to
approach
you.
it.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
How
It's all, if you could control the internal, the external influences really can't get to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope. I like the way you created. Like I like how you create each image with the message.
yeah, I love it.
And if you're living by it, it's even more impressive.
And it's not easy per se, like focus on the positive. Like it's hard at times in life to be positive. Like if you're down on money, if you're late on rent or whatever, it's hard to be like, oh, well, I'm going to come up with the money one day, all that kind of stuff. So it's like, you have to like, not stick to it, but like, just think at the end of the day, it's like, okay, you know what? I'm alive, I'm breathing, I have purpose. Like, let's, continue on, like that kind of stuff. So it's like, it's interesting,
Yeah, one of the hardest things too is to like get comfortable with who you are. Yeah. Because if I'm not gonna lie to you, man, I've literally started to get comfortable with myself in the last 2 years, maybe 3
Same.
years. I'm 30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm much older. So.
You look young, so.
Yeah, you trying to play me, bro? Really?
man.
Come on, now. I'm just kidding. It's cool, man. I feel 17.
That's good.
You
That's
know?
great, honestly.
So it's like, as you get older, you notice this. Maybe you're already there, but me coming up again, growing up in the South Bronx, going through the college experience, working in corporate America, doing this, doing that, but still, being in the Bronx, hanging out. 2 different worlds I was hanging out in. It was kind of hard for me to get comfortable with who I was.
Yeah.
Yep.
Me acting one way when I used to work at Ernst & Young for 4 years.
What's Ernst & Young? Sorry.
It's one of the big 4 public accounting firms.
Okay.
So I was there.
Is that what you went to college for?
Yeah, I'm a
Accounting?
CPA.
CPA, okay.
Yeah. So, doing things like that and then going back to the block, hanging out, trying to like balance things out. After a while, I was like, I'm just going to be who I am in
Be who
both
you are,
places,
that's it.
Just be a genuine person, try to be a genuine person and try, to respect people in both both sides in the corporate world, out here, hanging out with my friends and just be who I am. But you'll be surprised. It's a challenge, man. It's a challenge.
But like, would you say that you realizing who you were and like realizing like you had to change, you didn't have to change yourself. You just were normal.
I had to, you have to stop trying to satisfy people.
Yes, impressing other people. Mm-hmm.
The key is to be yourself.
You're gonna attract people.
Know the things you want to do, and just live your life with the mentality that you're trying to achieve these things.
Exactly.
So it's like I'm an entrepreneur at heart. I'm trying to start my own business. I'm working my regular job. I'm doing this with my brothers. Those are the things I want to do, but it took me a while to like decide to do those things, and just be myself and just go with the, take it one day at a time and just be myself.
Yeah,
it's hard, man, because you like I said, you're trying to cater to different people in different environments.
Yeah.
So that's where it gets tricky when you're in different environments.
My question is, would you say that you, not you specifically, just people in general, like you cater to specific people because you want things out from other people, or you just want them to see you in a specific light? Do you think that do you think that that's why we act that way?
I think so. I think so because, for example, like my parents, I think a lot of years passed by just me trying to satisfy my parents on what they saw as like, this is your goal.
What's successful,
what's successful, what's accepted in society and stuff like that. And, as tú te crías con una familia decente, you know what I'm saying, you're going to follow, you're not going to disrespect them and stuff like that. But the older you get, you're like, no. Why would I keep doing this? I'm just hurting myself. I'm stressing myself out. I'm depressed. You know what I'm saying? Let me not do this. Let me talk to them. Be like, yo, I'm sorry. You made your life. You don't worry about me, but I'm going to do this.
Right, exactly.
Another thing, too, is like after you start getting older, you start figuring out that your journey is unique.
Oh, yeah.
Your journey is unique. Like, after I got older, I read a lot. So I started, I like to read and I do all these things.
That's good.
And it's like,
I don't read, so that's great. I want to train myself to read, but like
I listen to a lot of podcasts.
Yeah,
same.
Podcasts are amazing, man. I love podcasts. Yeah. So after a while, you learn that we all have our unique journeys. Like, you might grow up here, you made it here. Now you know these people, you know those people. If you find a balance of being yourself, you'll sleep at night a lot better. Honestly, because it's not that you're doing it to gain benefits from people. It's that in general you just have to act certain way in certain places. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like, you can't be chilling on the block and then be in a boardroom and act the same way.
Right. Oh yeah, my name, dímelo. Yeah.
It just doesn't fly.
Right.
So the trick was like finding a balance. And after a while, I just learned to embrace my culture.
Yep.
That's one way I started. Just embrace my culture, who I am. When I walk in, have a conversation, I'm talking to you about the mango I ate this morning.
Right.
I'm talking to you about what I do in DR or what I do with my friends. With it's just finding a balance, which is hard, but you get there eventually with practice. But it's not easy, but when you get there, it's a good feeling.
Yeah. Now, and also like as a artist, also like. While I was younger, they'll tell you like, yo, you got to respond like this. Tú tienes que decir esto en la entrevista. If they ask you this, you got to answer this way. Now it's like, I'm going to tell them what it is. Right. Whatever is really on my mind.
Because you know who you are.
I know who I am.
And who you trying to be.
I used to go into interviews, bro, and I'll say some shit, and I leave, and I'll be like,
you weren't convinced.
Yeah, I'll be like, yo, what the fuck?
Do I really want to work 15 hours?
Yeah, that wasn't me, yo.
Am I really flexible on weekends?
Yeah. But people will be like, yo, así que se responde la pregunta. No, you can't tell somebody. You gotta be like, yo, responde la pregunta como te dé la gana, how it comes out.
Yeah. It's like, for example, this interview right here we're doing. If you're not being genuine with your answers, people could read that.
Yeah.
People could read that and they'll be like, oh, he lying. I do it all the time when I'm watching TV at home. I'm like,
yeah, when I'm watching Caso Cerrado.
Caso Cerrado. Que le pegó cuerno con tres mujeres.
Yeah, that shit crazy. That shit fake.
Yeah. All those shows. Yeah.
That shit's all.
They say it too. It's scripted.
Yeah, scripted. What's his? I really don't want to name drop him, but there's a restaurant owner in the Bronx that he was on the People's Court. And
really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And I saw it like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, I was like, I wonder if this was like for promotion. Like, it's pretty smart.
It is. I've seen a lot of like artists, like random people go on those shows with fake cases, and it is for promotions for them to get FaceTime on TV.
Yeah,
Right.
but I think
smart though.
It is smart.
like it.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
it is in the sense if you like have a huge following and you let them know it's fake or some shit like that.
Right.
You know, because a lot of people go and it has nothing to do with their character, so it's not really
Yeah.
benefiting them as who they are.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
It'll
no,
be like if you're a comedian and you go over there and you're a violador or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody's accusing you for some fucking
Crazy
crime
shit,
or
yeah.
some shit. It's like, all right,
Yeah, nah.
yeah, we see your face, but okay.
But the story isn't real.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, it's like with the brand that you have, if people can connect, you know, where's the value?
Exactly. That's what I want to hear from people. Like, I want people to tell me, I got this shirt because it meant such and such and such to me. You know, like I've had people tell me, bought this specific shirt because of what I went through. You know, whatever the reason you might have bought this shirt, if you have an emotional, or I don't want to say emotional, a mental attachment to what you own, that is to me like richness in the sense. Like that is, you know, like Bob Marley says, like, you know, rich, rich in the soul, and, you know, that kind of stuff. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I want people to like do. And, you know, my long sleeves are $20 and my hoodies are $30.
Mm-hmm.
My hats, haven't decided on the price, but it's going to be between $10 and $20.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
it's like, I'm not looking for the money. I want you to connect
connect.
to, and I want you to be self-aware of what you want in life. I want you to think about that. So it's like, you know, it's a journey. Like that's what I want. You know?
And it should be. You should embrace. You want people to embrace the merchandise you're creating for them to connect
Right.
to the things they're buying.
Right.
Now, where do you see yourself in the future with this brand?
It's definitely going to be my brand. Like, it's something I love, like something I 100% believe in. I want to do more podcasts because honestly, these things like this are like fun. Like, it's
They
just
are.
like, I just love conversation. Like,
Yeah.
she hates that I talk a lot, but
Yeah, you gotta talk.
oh yeah.
You gotta talk. You
Oh
gotta
no,
listen to
no.
him.
We both,
okay.
you know, I love you. It's
Okay,
the communication, like
Communication is key, man.
yeah, honestly,
that's
yeah.
That's what's up.
Yo,
needed.
bro, as humans, like, I don't think that we're better than animals, but like, I feel like we can communicate better than most animals. Like, we have all these hundreds of thousands of different languages, right? Especially throughout the years, body language, all that kind of stuff, right? So it's like, we have all these means of communicating. Why don't we use it? Like, why do we just go off of physical, visual stimuli to just make assumptions? You know, like that kind of stuff. Like, we're just programmed and trained that to do that.
That's what it is.
So it's just like, I not that I want to break that barrier because it's going to be a huge barrier to break, but like, that's what I'm aiming for. I want you to talk to somebody before you can make your judgments, but talk to them, and then you will start to see, oh, you're not like this. Oh, you know, tattoos don't mean that you are just fresh out of prison. You know,
Right.
Criminal and shit.
exactly. So it's just that's kind of like my goal. Like, I call them conversation starter apparel or hoodies, long sleeves.
Okay.
I mean, it starts with the
I like
parents,
that.
man.
With the
It
parents,
starts how you are raised.
how you raise.
Also,
Oh yeah,
well, nowadays, to me, your parents don't really raise you. It's a system. Because you
Yeah.
go to school for like 8 hours, you go to after school, you away from home for like 12
social
hours.
media
So-
nowadays too.
But it all starts at home though.
To this day, yeah.
Because your house could be good, right? And then your boys or your homegirls, families all destruido, or they do some desacatado shit, and she might influence you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then you te perdiste, yeah?
yeah.
You do some other shit.
100%. And then it goes.
And then you be like, yo, no, but she does it or he does it, it's cool.
Right,
You
exactly.
justify it because of that.
Exactly. And it goes back to like, well, you know, I don't want to say did your parents, but like, did your parents like kind of influence you to just listen to other people or like trust them? Like, you know, it's just
Yeah.
so much that goes
It's a
into
lot.
it. It's crazy.
It's complex.
It-
That's
yeah.
why I like my dog.
Yeah, honestly.
They
Bro,
loyal.
dogs are just like, they're just like you.
Whatever
feed
I
me,
tell
you-
them, that's it.
You think they know how to communicate well?
Oh,
Yeah, if you train 'em
yeah.
good.
I've never owned a dog.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yo, you'll be
One day.
surprised how much
Yeah,
they
they're
know.
fucking
They
smart.
know and understand you, bro.
Yeah. I'm not
That's
gonna
crazy.
hold you. I talk to my dog Chico. I talk to him like he's human, and like he just reacts.
Yeah, me too.
Like-
me too.
It's right.
That's cool.
Like you'd be like,
man.
"Yo, I'm about to cook dinner. Like, do you want food?" And like an hour later, and you'd be like, and he just walks over to his bowl, and you'd be like, "Oh shit!"
He'd be like, Juan, don't forget the
I
salt.
be like, yo, you want to go outside? And be like, yo, you make
You
good
with
sound? You got it.
That's cool, man. I need to own a pet, man. I don't own no pets.
It's pretty fun. I had a frog growing up for like a year.
And then you dissect it?
Huh? No.
Just-
His name. Guess what his name was?
Harrow? Nah.
It sounds like a fucking frog name. It was Harold?
I think no, it wasn't. It was
It's like
Juancito.
one seat?
Yeah.
Juancito. That's fire.
And me and my parents, we went. I don't know. We went somewhere for like a weekend, and we left him in the bathroom because like we fed him. So like if we're gone for a weekend, he's not gonna be able to eat. So
When
I
you
was
left them in the bathroom?
I left him in the bathroom just loose.
But like you filled up the tub or something?
No, I just like feel like I just had like his tank, and I just like opened the top and just like let him be.
So he went in the
I don't
toilet?
know. I don't know where he went.
He
was out
disappeared?
I don't know.
He probably
He
swam down the
he
toilet.
probably lives there. He's probably a fucking Ninja Turtle by now. I don't know.
That's fine.
That's true. He probably went down the toilet,
Yeah.
And
the
probably
sewers,
just- yeah.
Fucking met Splinter Cell.
Splinter Cell.
Master Splinter.
Master Splinter. Wait,
That's the game.
That's a video game.
It's a really good game, by the way.
That's fire. That's a classic. That's a
That's
classic.
I used to play that a lot. That and Metal Gear.
Metal Gear Solid, yeah.
That's another classic.
Oh yeah.
Classic games, man. So, bro, your website is pretty dope. It's pretty
Is it?
clean. I like the layout. Yeah,
you.
it definitely is. I was checking it out.
Shout out to Dash Geeks. He did that for me.
Dash
Nice.
Geeks?
Yes, I made like most of it on Wix,
Okay.
and then I didn't want to like go with Wix, and then I just knew him, and I was like, "Yo, bro, can you make websites?" He was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "All right, here you go. Like, I want this." He made it for me within a day, and I was like, "This shit is fire."
Damn.
And
Very nice.
it came out beautiful. It looks like an actual like apparel website. I was like, "Oh shit, I'm official now."
It's official.
Yeah.
The stamp. Bang.
And from a business, so you're an entrepreneur in all senses. So I'm assuming you like business.
Yeah.
So how do you, from a business standpoint, right? How do you go about acquiring the inventory, like the shirts?
Yeah.
And just controlling costs. I know it's just freshly started, but
Yeah.
something you need to think about going into the future if you want to make a
You
profit.
doing it
right?
yourself, or you
Exactly.
have the team?
No, so I have so Bees Tees in Keene, New Hampshire that did the print or does the printing. They've done it on the hoodies and the long sleeves.
Okay.
I got the laces done. Got them printed on them in China, and yeah. So pretty much what I did, I just Google now it's not easy, but it's easy to get started on anything you want to get started. If you want to learn how to fucking tie a tie, you can just go on YouTube.
Yeah.
You want to learn how to change your oil, you go to eHow, whatever
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
It's
Play a
like-
piano, basic chords on YouTube.
Exactly. So it's like, so I just did research, and I was like, okay, this shirt, this shirt, this is what I want to go for. Now, next step is reviews, and then it's like, okay, after reviews, it's like, okay, what was after reviews? I would think I would just like sample order them at that point, and then it was like, okay, what do I like best? And then like giving it to other people and like say, what do you feel? What do you think about this? What do you like? Subject A, subject B, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's testing them out, right? Pretty much.
Exactly. So after that, and then after that, it's just shopping around for prices, print, all that kind of stuff. It's I don't want to give it away for like people because I want them, because that's where it starts. You have to like really do the work. I remember I used to watch like podcasts of like people starting businesses, and I was like, just tell me how to do it, like whatever. And it's like, no, like they did the research. They're not just gonna give it to you for free. Like you really like.
You
like,
have to
like,
get
do it.
started.
Right, because it's like if I just give you a business plan of like everything like layered out, and then you go to present it to like the bank for a loan, they're gonna be like, okay, well, what about this? And they just ask you questions, turning every stone, and you're just like, look at page 5. Like I don't, it's like you need to like know
Do it.
every
Your own
aspect and do it.
experience,
Yeah,
yeah.
It's like
exactly.
the whole, how that saying goes, you teach a man how to fish. Don't give him the fish. Because then he's going to come back for you for more fish.
Yeah.
So it's like, you have to go through the motions. You have to go through the experience of creating your own business so you can understand the ins and outs.
Yep.
So I agree with that.
Give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day. Teach a man how to fish and he'll eat forever. Like that. Yeah.
Damn, there you go. You see, that's how it goes.
Yeah, it's
That's how it goes.
One of the
We can
best.
edit that. So let's pretend like I said
Yeah.
that. No, I'm just kidding.
just a voiceover.
Just a voiceover with his voice. That's it there.
But no, yeah, even that quote is like, it's interesting because you need to do the work. You need to understand how every aspect.
So why
of
haven't you
business
created a shirt with that quote right there with a little fish on the logo?
Where?
I want to use quotes that no, I wanted to use quotes that like they're common, but like not that common.
Okay.
Like I would Google what I think of and like see if it comes up, and if nothing really comes up, then I would use it.
So you're saying you want to do original quotes?
Yeah, like it's like everyone already knows like the fish thing. Like honestly, what I really want to do, and I would really love if like I don't know, like trademarks and copywriting, everything wasn't like so serious, or if like you can just like partner with like people. But like the Pina Colada song, you know, if you like Pina Colada, yeah. You can auto tune that if you want.
Yeah, yo, go ahead.
But like that song, it's like if you have half a brain, if you like making love at midnight, whatever, if you drink champagne, whatever, I want to have that on like on the shirt and on the inner arm say communication is key, because the song was about communication. It was like the husband, you know, saw an ad in the paper and said, if you like pina coladas, drinking whatever, come meet me at this bar. And then he met the lady at the bar and found out he was his wife. All he has to do is just talk to his wife and say, yo, you know, do you like pina colada? You know, it's just communication.
Communication.
It was, right. So I love that song, but it's just like
That's a throwback.
it's a throwback. Yeah. I love any type of music, honestly. Like
You need a shirt right now. I got an idea for you. Boom. You grab a fish, un bacalao. So it's a bacalao and a heart, right? So the meaning of that is, right, a bacalao and a heart. Do not go on a date if you ate bacalao. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, hey.
What do you think? What do you think? Because your breath is gonna stink.
Well, what does the heart have to do with
There's
the
not gonna be no loving. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna hold you. I did not think that it was your breath that was gonna stink, because you said fish.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was your breath.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought,
Oh no.
Oh.
It got a double meaning. It got a double meaning. Yo,
I thought you meant you love.
yo, we got
bacalao.
something. Yo, do not. That it could be right there. Do not date the female. Go fish and heart don't go together. And then don't eat fish before going on a date, porque te va a decir, yo, ¿qué
Se
está
tú tienes un bajo
pasando?
a boca. Oh man, do not listen to him.
Yo, that's fire. Team is a hater.
When I'm rich enough, I'm going to just make fuck around shirts like that. Trust me, I will catch you.
Yo,
that's funny.
That shit will work.
That's
Who knows?
funny.
Maybe someone needs that message.
that message, hey.
Oh man, and like, what about like the shipping and stuff like that? Do you handle that yourself too?
So I work through Shippo.
And the reason go
ahead.
It might sound like a silly question, but the reason I asked that is because I just want to see how you go about it, because there's different ways to handle the shipping part of your business.
I didn't think about that.
And a lot of people who's listening, who want to start their own business, they're probably at home like, fuck, how am I going to get the merchandise to the people?
Yeah.
So if you shed some light on how you go about that.
I didn't even think about shipping until, I want to say until my hoodies were in production. So I was like, oh shit, I actually got to get these to people.
Like, yo, they bought it, but how the fuck am I gonna transfer?
We don't got pigeons in New Hampshire, so I'm going to send it. Like, fuck. But, yeah, so I just looked up shipping companies, UPS, FedEx, what they charge, daily rates, business accounts. You just do your Googles, and you just, you find all these different companies and shipping companies, and they have discounted prices for shipping and stuff, and then you pay a certain price, and it's like if it's $7 to ship something, they might give it to you for $4 or $5.
So it's more like a wholesale discount.
Exactly.
For businesses.
Exactly.
Right?
It's for smaller businesses. So
That's dope.
one of my uncle or god uncles, I don't know. Hispanic families are kind of confusing because you just have family.
Tío.
Yeah, un tío. Yo tengo un tío.
Un
Eso es
tío
lo
de un
único.
tío,
Un
yeah,
tío de
that's
tío. Eso. And he is one of the bigger shippers for Barnes and Nobles, and he just started on his garage.
Nice.
And
nice.
yeah. And now he has warehouses. I think he has 2 or 3 warehouses. So it's just it's just you just do your Googles, you find a way to do it, and then you just just get big eventually.
Yeah.
As long as you believe in it, of course.
Yeah.
But,
Now let me ask you. You mentioned Barnes and Nobles, right?
that's what he does. Yeah.
Okay, you mentioned Barnes and Nobles, but for some reason when Barnes and Nobles came up, Amazon came up to mind.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon originally started selling books too.
Yep.
Do you have your merchandise on Amazon?
No, because I don't have a textbook on Amazon. I don't know if anyone bought it. I haven't checked that email. That's terrible business process.
Don't worry.
But you just reminded me. I gotta check that. But no, I haven't checked on Amazon because I know that they do the Prime shipping, and I have a business account with them, but I haven't checked out the shipping. Right now, you can get my stuff on my website, on Etsy, on eBay, Facebook. Yeah, Facebook, Facebook store, and Instagram store. So haven't thought about Amazon. It'd be when I'm selling let's say 20 shirts like a week or a month, you know, like when I'm making like
Yeah,
bigger
yeah,
orders,
and-
like I would love to go that route.
That's dope.
That's the
And-
goal.
Yeah, and the reason I asked that question is not just because of Amazon. It's
Mm-hmm.
just in general, like just thinking about how much easier it is to do things nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could set up this entire. I'm sure you have set up this entire business
Mm-hmm.
out of your comfort of your own home,
Yeah, honestly.
right?
Honestly, right now I'm living with my girlfriend and her family.
Okay, so yeah.
So, well, I mean, I started when I had my own apartment with my 3 roommates, but like now I'm there, so it's
Yeah.
like it's continuing there.
Yeah, but it's so dope that 15 years ago, this was not that easy to do.
Mm-mm.
This was not that easy.
was
You
a
had to
problem.
stand out on the corner. You had to be like, "Yo, shirts,
Yeah,
I got
shirt,
shirts,
Out of your
hats."
trunk,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yep.
Now you have social media, you have the internet. You could reach people all over the world. Your message
Yep,
could reach people all over the world.
exactly.
You know,
It's so interesting, like not America, but just like technology, like especially across America, but like everyone has a screen at this point in their pocket.
Oh,
Some
it's like it's your
ship
third arm, pretty much, or like it's
Bro,
another part of your body.
literally. So it's like if you can find a way to be on someone's screen, you are in the same boat as NBC, Hulu, Netflix, YouTube.
Yep.
Like as long as you can find a way on someone's phone, you're good.
Yeah.
Like it's incredible.
It's
like,
crazy.
Yeah. The only
Times
reason
have
that
changed.
Yo, time have changed.
the only reason that you're not as big or like bigger than you're not as popular as you think you are is just because you have to compete with Netflix and we've been doing it for a while. But like you have the opportunity, like all they have to do is just type in your name and they get you on Instagram. Like that's crazy.
that's
It's crazy,
Like
bro.
that's just ridiculous. But yeah, it's just interesting. If you can find a way to be on someone's screen, you're all set. Like
Yep.
you're all set.
And that's nowadays. That's the goal for most companies. If you're independent, if you're running a business, if you're a big top, television channel, they have an entire department just dedicated to social media and trying to reach the masses through social media.
Oh yeah.
What's easier? People don't carry their TV around with them no more.
Their phone is their TV. Yeah.
You
Yeah, the
know,
phone.
the phone is the TV. A lot of people don't even have cable no more at home.
Oh yeah. People get
Oh,
the
you
fire
just reminded
sticks
me.
and
I
all
gotta
that.
fucking cancel my cable.
I'm in the process of. I think I might do that. To be
I
honest,
just need internet.
Right. It's
internet
Wi-Fi.
and a fire
Bro,
stick, and you go
40
it.
$40 to $50. I don't know how much it is in
Yeah,
New York,
it
but
should
$40
be.
to $50
Yeah.
a month on internet. You get the triple play. Let's say
Yeah.
I'll triple play those commercials. You get that. You get a fire stick for what $20. You just pay Hulu for $8 a month. Netflix for 10, 11, 12, whatever the fuck they're charging because they charge a lot. But you do all that and you're paying like $20-$30 a month for cable. And you get everything that you want on demand,
Yep.
instantaneous. Like it's just they
Right
figured it
there.
out.
And
It's
then
crazy.
on top of that, now you got YouTube. Like YouTube has their
yeah.
own TV service, YouTube, whatever they call it. But
YouTube, is it YouTube Red?
YouTube TV is like
YouTube
a red
TV.
YouTube TV.
some shit.
I think so. That's what it is.
Something like
Some
that,
shit.
right?
But that's on Instagram.
No, I think that's
Insta-
YouTube. It doesn't-
Instagram has the like the IGTV things too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
but the YouTube you have to subscribe.
you have
pay
to
for that.
yeah
one.
monthly membership. Yep.
Yeah, and like now you see like the big football games.
Mm-hmm.
They're promoting it like
And they're getting like people that do vlogs and stuff. Like what's her name? Lizzo.
okay.
They have like her like she was big on Vine and now she has her own like YouTube show.
Look at that.
There's this girl, me and my girlfriend. I'm not gonna lie, we watch her. Tana, Tana and Jake Paul. Like
Yeah.
she has her own show on MTV right now. She was on Wild 'N Out. Like it's just like these people are getting success and fame, celebrity status off of YouTube, like off of recording on their phone. Like that's
Their phone.
crazy.
That's crazy.
That's
Different
crazy.
times, bro.
Hitting red carpets.
That's a
Yeah,
fact.
honestly, yeah. And like
Crazy.
imagine making videos on YouTube and like people are writing articles about you. Like like right now, like the scandal is Tana and Jake Paul getting married and all that kind of stuff. It's like people are writing tabloid, like they're tabloids.
Yeah, they're celebrities.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's funny because a few years ago, I used to look at people on Vines doing their little videos, and I used to be like, "What are they doing?"
fucking
Like,
stupid. Yeah.
yeah. I thought
so,
some of them
too.
were funny, and then some of them were like,
right.
"What the hell are they doing?" Next thing you know, they transition to YouTube. They're fucking megastars.
Oh, they on movies. A lot of them.
Yeah,
movies.
what's his name? Haha Davis. He was
Yeah,
in Lil
yeah.
Nas X
Yeah.
video.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
he's hysterical. I love him, but like that's crazy. Like off of YouTube videos.
Yeah, man, that's dope.
Like you just found a way to connect with someone across the world, and they just happen to find your video, and they're like, "Yo, come on, this." It's interesting.
What a time to be alive, huh?
Honestly,
I agree with that, man. Yo, Juan, how you feeling, bro?
I'm good.
You need another one?
You know,
Another Juan.
another Juan.
Yeah, that's 7
man.
sips right there.
Muchacho. Damn, bro, this is dope, man. Every time we bring in an entrepreneur, like you're a young entrepreneur, you're still going to school, you're still pursuing all these things, man. You're going back to school because you finished school, but still pursuing all these things. That's the type of vibe we're trying to bring on the show, and and share with our audience.
I saw
the
that.
people who are trying, starting to follow us and keep up with us. What advice you have for the younger generation, or people like us, that are at home right now, debating whether they should start their own business, their own online business? What advice do you have for them?
The money you can spend on bud, going out to the club, sneakers, all that kind of stuff, you can spend it on your dream, your business. This past weekend I got a tattoo for $300, and I was like, and I even told her, I was like, fuck, did I really pay $300 for that tattoo? I was like, I could have made hats with that money, and it's just like I was
flipped
like,
it.
It's just like I've always thought like that, but it's just like I haven't gotten a tattoo in like a year and a half, so I was like, I need to get one. I don't know why it's an addiction for whatever reason.
Yeah,
but just
spend your money wisely.
Those $20 for a dub add up. Those three drinks at the bar that comes out to like $30. That's another reason I moved to fucking New Hampshire,
That's just
bro.
crazy.
Drinks up down here,
That's crazy.
$8 to $15 for a fruity drink, or like for like the mix, bro.
Yeah,
what?
It's tough out here, man.
I'm just coming to the drunk with a bottle in my coat.
That's why you got a pregame before you go out.
Yeah, it's like goddamn. Oh my god, but yeah,
You gotta go lit to the club.
exactly.
Yeah.
But that's like another thing to like consider. It's like those drinks that you could be paying. It's like I'm not saying don't have fun. Like have your fun. Everyone needs their way to de-stress.
Yeah.
But like, take that into consideration of if you really want to open up this business, does $300 on a tattoo make sense?
I think, and to that point, I think it's a lot has to do with having your priorities straight. Do you really, really want to start that business, or do you really, really want to be sitting at the bar ordering those $50 drinks?
But like, it's a balance, because it's like I'm not gonna say I don't go out, because like I do. I don't go out as often as I used to, but like there was this like idea that I had year and a half, maybe 2 years ago. I had it in Keene, and I wanted to open up a barcade, and I wanted to open up like video games, in a bar, right, like a Dave and Buster's.
Okay.
And the town didn't have one, and I was like, I want to open this, and I knew what my starting like expense was, and I was like, okay, gotta save up, whatever, blah blah. But I was at the fucking bar every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, like just drinks are cheap in New Hampshire, but those $30 a week add up, right?
Yeah, add up.
So it's like, oh, do I really want to open this kind of thing? And you get into it, and it's just like, I don't, I'm not feeling that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
it happens, man. It happens to all of us. Sometimes we just want to go grab that drink. Sometimes you just want to go hang out with your friends, and especially down here in New York City, man, you spend money like crazy. But at the end of the day, I think it's important that we have our priorities straight.
Yep.
Right. And we want to congratulate you on the things you're doing. You definitely have your priorities straight, bro.
Thank you. I'm trying. I definitely don't, but I'm trying. That's for sure.
You're on the right lane, man.
You're on the right lane. And again, you see, sometimes it's hard for us to see that we're doing the right things, because we might feel that at the moment we're not where we want to be. So we kind of beat ourselves up, and we'll be like, fuck, man, I could be doing better. But a lot of times, outsiders, we're getting to know you now, and just by the small things you're doing, you're ahead of the pack.
Thank you.
You're ahead of a lot of people, and I think you definitely need to stay doing what you're doing and promoting the positive messages.
Right.
And then at the end of the day, if you channel your energies right and you keep grinding, and instead of going to the bar, you keep pushing your merchandise, and then you hit up Embroidery Kings and you make those hats,
bro. Listen,
you'll get far, man.
I'm about to message Embroidery Kings. Hey, big head, because
hey, big head.
Hey, big head. Yeah.
Listen, we're gonna put you in contact with Embroidery Kings.
That's a fact, man.
Them hats, they look fire. The distress hats, I like them.
They're the best.
If the price comes out like the way I want it, 50 hats, so they know.
They're
get the
best.
price code ready. I definitely want to, because that's another thing, supporting local business, bro.
That's a fact.
Oh my God, of course I'm not local because I'm in New Hampshire, but I'm from the Bronx.
But you're a small business at the end of the day.
Exactly. But it's like when I was an RA in college, like I would do like what they call health and safety inspection, whatever checks, and I would see the same like artwork, the same like tapestry on the wall. I'm not like judging you for like having it, but it's like you paid $80 at Target to have that, to own it. But it's like you could have went down the street a 20-minute drive and paid $20 to $30 for local artwork that nobody else has. It's like you want to be unique. You want to have one of a kind. You want to support somebody else. We're very quick to support celebrities, but we don't
Support.
support ourselves, right? It's like, yeah, your boy might be putting out a mixtape, whether it's trash or not, like the support is support, like it's just,
bro, if it's trash, I'm not listening to it.
No,
bro.
yeah.
I'm just
Trust
kidding.
me. I agree with you. But like you got to give it a chance. And, but
give it a chance,
nowadays, though, you don't even know with how music is going. Like you don't even know like what's gonna catch.
That's true.
Yeah, you never
Like,
know,
you
man.
never know.
You have to support. I think at the end of the day, you have to support because you might be the one looking for that support one day.
Oh yeah, you treat people as if they're gonna be your boss one day. 100%. Like
Respect. It's all about respect.
always.
Yeah. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Yep, you treat the janitor like you treat the CEO. Like all that.
Those little things work at the end of the day,
They
man,
do.
and it gets you far in life.
100%. It's
Damn,
crazy.
Ryan.
Crazy.
I like the vibe, man. I like,
Some knowledge.
we chill here talking about all these positive stuff. The brand is dope at the end of the day. And I think, if you keep pushing it right, I think you could do something big with it, man.
I love
so.
it. I love the
I love
idea.
it.
I love the
Yeah.
concept, everything, man.
God willing, like honestly, like
Yeah.
I really enjoy. Like I said, I enjoy the conversation. What I want to do at the end of the day, like not retire, but like I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to read. Like I said, I want to be able to converse with different types of people because it's different perspectives. Like when I left New York, people in New Hampshire, like when you're walking down the street, they go, "Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you?" Yeah. New York, everyone's like horse race, like blinders, like you're just getting to point A, point B.
It's called the rat race.
Rat race? Is that what, because they just like run straight, like whatever.
It's just
they don't look to the side. Just
they don't look to the side. They wake up, go to work, focus, get on the
back.
train, go home, watch TV, go to sleep, wake up, do the same thing
I'm
the next
telling
day.
you, we're like little robots.
Exactly. So I saw that when I went to New Hampshire, and people like stop you, they talk to you, and this and that. And I was like, oh, this is different. And then I have my preconceived notions on like certain people, the way they look, and of course, as we all do. But like at the end of the day, like when I talk to them, I'm like, holy shit, like you're a dope ass person. Like we could be besties. Like like it's crazy. Like
we could go to a bar and grab a drink
we
right
can
now.
fucking drink some Corona Refresca, bro.
Right, exactly. So it's just like it's interesting, like it's just dope.
That's dope,
like,
man. That's good, man. I think I feel I like the vibe right now because we usually pretty fucking loud.
Really?
Yeah.
I've watched like 4 podcasts.
Okay.
Can't remember. I'm terrible with names. First off.
Oh, you mean like that? Keep chilling?
Yeah, like the people that have come on, but like one was talking about Latinos, and like I just remember what she was wearing. It was like
the green
brown.
Was it Serene?
Serene. What was she talking about?
She was talking.
Lisbel?
Maybe
Lisbel. That name sounds very more familiar.
Ortiz?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ortiz, yes. She was
She's
talking.
Dope.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lisbel. Though.
Yeah, just everything she was talking about. I was like, I like this podcast. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Let me. I had Anthony, my best friend from college. Nice. I was like, you're gonna be my PR guy. I'll pay you, and
nice.
you email people. He was like, okay.
That's what's up, man.
But yeah, no. I want to go on podcasts that are showing and producing the same image and message that I'm going for, kind of thing.
Vibe, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like
that's why when I heard about you and you reached out, and I read what you were trying to convey and they sent out to the world, I was like, damn, this is dope. We need something like this on the podcast. Because at the end of the day, these are the type of vibes we're trying to share with people.
The first one I saw was Radiel.
Yeah,
that one was because I commented too. I don't know who controls the Instagram, but like y'all like the comment. Yeah, y'all like the comment. I was like, I'm glad that he's talking about like social anxiety and just mental illness, like all that. I love that. Yeah. Like you need to talk because it's like
you have to talk about
in
it.
Dominican or just Hispanic households. Like it's like
they don't touch.
That don't exist.
They don't talk about that.
Tú te pareces loco, it's just like that's like
Deja eso de vaina loco, eso es mental.
It's mental, exactly. Yeah. But it's like you're right, but at the same time, it's like it needs to be addressed. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
Let's talk
it's
about
delicate,
it.
Man.
Yeah. So we definitely try to talk about all those things, man, because it's not talked about enough.
Yeah, the stigma of crazy, like you don't. No one wants to
loco,
crazy.
muchacho. Juan, my brother, you know, we can't chill forever, although we would like to chill forever. Pero, tú sabes, when I say this, people they're going to start knowing, like, they want to wrap up. Because I always say
I
that.
had to take the train early, damn.
Yeah, nah, my brother, pero, yo, we appreciate you coming by.
That's a
You
fact,
know,
man.
sharing your experience, sharing what One Love Apparel stands for. And we wish you the best of luck now that
Thank
you're going back to school. Is it your master's you're getting?
Yeah, masters next month, August 26th.
Awesome,
Yeah.
man. You know, and let people know about the I Keep Chilling podcast now
Oh,
that you're
trust
on,
me,
man.
trust me, trust me, yeah.
I let them know.
It's not, like I said, promoting local businesses, but as long as everything remains, you know, is positive, and I'm like, I fuck with these people. I'm like, I fuck
That's
with
the
them.
goal, man. We're trying to
I
stay
love it.
positive,
I
man.
love it.
We're trying to stay positive. Juan,
Yeah.
my brother,
Oh,
thank you for stopping
that's
by.
You got to edit
hey,
that.
that's 8 drinks right there.
Now we're gonna keep that.
8 cents.
Muchacho, you know, get home safe.
What episode is this?
Yeah. Oh, I never know the numbers. I remember
26?
26?
Nah,
We don't keep track of numbers,
Yeah, I
bro.
don't, yeah.
Come on, I'm an accountant. I don't keep track of these numbers.
I think
bro.
it's 26.
Can it be episode Juan? Or is that too,
Episode
like,
Juan.
superficial?
Actually, yo,
That's
episode 1.
we can't be wrong with that one.
We'll probably call it episode 26.
Juan.
Parentheses.
26, episode
Juan. All right, my brother. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you for
appreciate
stopping
it.
by.
I
We'll
really
keep in
appreciate it.
touch.
Definitely.
You know, we always try to keep in touch with
Yeah.
everyone. And we want to see you succeed, man.
Oh yeah, I would love to be back. You know, when I'm
Absolutely.
further along, you know,
That's the
for
goal.
sure, come back.
That's
yeah.
the goal.
Oh yeah,
That's the goal.
Maybe I'll come back with Chico.
Yeah. The real Chico.
The real Chico.
The real Chico. Yeah.
I love it, my brother. Well, thank you again for coming by, bro.
Of course.
Aquí chilling.
Aquí chilling, episodio número 26. No,
Episode one.
episodio
Episode
Juan.
1.